Hey, how you doing? Welcome back to the Bloated Chef universe, minions. And recipes off the rails. Let's get started.
Remember, before you decide to jump on that old man, you might want to do a background check on that motherfucker first. We still know how to do them things that we used to do.
We are at tutorial number 356. It's March. The weather is cold, dyslexic, and unpredictable, which means one thing and one thing only. It's still soup season down here in Georgia. So let's get a look at the big board and what are we looking at? Oh, my favorite shishito peppers are still around. Ooh, look. Acia de pepe. Little tiny pasta nuggets. A big-ass butternut squash. Some lush greens, okay. Spinach, arugula. What else? A board full of aromatics, ginger, onions, fresh thyme, okay. Cardamom, okay. Fresh sage, I like it. Proteins, bacon, low sodium, ew, must have got that on sale, obviously. Looks like a smashed and beat up old roasted chicken, it was. Pulled it out of the freezer. Some whole milk, cottage cheese. That's a childhood trauma, I must have got that on sale. Yep, I did. Good source of protein, some feta cheese. The always available flight of Benissimo oils, chicken stock. The big pot is back on top. I don't know where we're going, where he's going. Let's see, what is this? A bag of mini croissants. What? What? Mimi, help us out, please. Thank you, our local beautiful beer goddess. Let's address the big elephant, or in this case, the big bodacious butternut squash in the room. I'm going to cut this in half and scoop the guts. Now listen, this originally was supposed to be the old-fashioned Italian Penicillin Soup. It's a hangover remedy soup. Lots of greens and beautiful chicken broth and those little tiny pasta balls. Help you recover, okay? But then I saw this big-ass squash. Then I had these onions sitting around, and of course I had this feta cheese, and hell, that's cottage cheese. And I just started thinking, and then I started getting inside my own head, and then I said, well, let's throw a bunch of this crap together. And now it's turned out to be a mashup. We're calling this a mashup. It's a mashup soup, people. So let's figure out what we're going to do with this mashup. So this is the first step. I'm going to smash all that cheese and those onions inside the belly of the beast. Throw some of that beautiful Benissimo extra virgin olive oil. Oil it all down, season it all down. Some of that sage, some of that cardamom right on top. Let's go into the oven for at least 45 minutes to an hour. We stuck that bird in the microwave, I should say, for about 45 seconds to a minute, just to warm it up, loosen up all that flesh. Look how we can pull it off, pull the skin off, the bones out, get the meat out, get it shredded a little bit to a lot. Yeah. It's going to be a nice hearty soup. All right, now let's work on our greens, work on our aromatics. Done and done. How about that, huh? We've gone ahead and oiled, salt, and peppered our shishitos. They are on a hot grill. We are charring them nicely. Cooled them to the touch. We are now pulling those stems out, keeping the seeds, of course. Once those cool down just a tad bit more, we're going to go ahead and chop those into good-sized, bite-sized pieces. We don't have to be too concerned about their size. They are going to get pureed. Now, look at that. That is 1 hour later. Caramelization all over the place. Cheese and onions. Yeah, even the feta cheese got brown. Look at the edges. All right, let's go ahead and get our Benissimo oil into the pot. Also, 6-gun chili seasonings. Yet another product from the good people at Benissimo Oils right here in Stone Mountain, Georgia, right down the road from Tucker. In goes the shishito peppers. In goes the half of the ginger, half. I'm going to get that sauteing in that olive oil and butter. Meanwhile, scooping out the flesh of the perfectly roasted and softened butternut squash. In goes those caramelized onions and feta cheese into the ninja, and let this fine piece of machinery do its job. Okay, in it goes. Scrape it out. Ooh, yep, still very hot to the touch, as you can tell. Don't get that skin in there. Do not get that skin in there. Add a little bit of the chicken stock to help with the puree process, and let this beast do its job. And the last kid into the ninja pool will be that high protein cottage cheese. Look at us, getting all healthy and shit, huh? All right, back to the big pot. The shishitos and the ginger are good. In goes our shrubbery. Spinach arugula. Should take about a minute to a minute and a half. Sweat that all the way down. Should end up being about a third of the size it looks like right now. Add the seasonings, salt and pepper, fresh cracked that is. Whatever else you have on hand, folks. We got what? Cardamom. We've got granulated garlic. We've got sage. We've got whatever else I have in my cabinet. It's all going in there, folks. Layers. Layers of flavor. Layers of seasoning. Do not be shy. Add it. Moisture is gone, fond is formed, and this time for the deglaze. White wine, Chablis, Chardonnay, or in this case, Shaoxing wine, and also the juice of half a lemon. Citrus, white wine, acidity, that brings up all that good flavor on the bottom of the pot. And now, the puree. Okay, looks pretty thick, pretty creamy, right? Originally, we were thinking of brothy soup, weren't we? All right, so here's where the mashup comes in, folks. I'm going to start with this thick, creamy stuff first. Cook that down. Start developing all those flavors. Let it all come together. Then we're going to start adding that broth and figure out what our consistency is going to be. There we go. Start adding bit by bit. Bit by bit. That creamy starts to become creamy brothy. And it starts to become brothy creamy, or is it the other way around? I'm not quite sure, but I'm liking the way this looks right now. About 20 to 25 minutes later, now we'll stick that stick blender in there, bust those greens up just a little bit more. We don't want them pureed. We want them to have a little bit of teeth, folks. We want them to be a presence. We don't want them to be pureed. I'm liking the way that looks. I'm liking that appearance. How about it? The heat is on dead low at this point. We're taking those little mini acini de pepes, the tiny little pasta balls, semolina pasta balls. We can pretty much shut it off at this point, which I have done. We've added the chicken right on top of that. Simply going to warm the chicken, kill the heat, and watch those little pasta balls grow. Okay, consistency is perfect. Let's add the last of that fresh thyme and squeeze the other half of that lemon in there. And ladies and genitals, this soup is basically done. It is brothy with a very, very faint creaminess to it. And I think that's what we were after. I don't know what to call this, so let's just call it a delicious mashup. All right, let's put it in a bowl. Let's give you some sort of a display. I mean, steam billowing off. The color's beautiful. I mean, stick a toasted croissant in there just for show. No fat face needed, but check it out. The next day I made some more, or I toasted up those pumpkin seeds. I had to go out and deliver. There's one church I had to bring it to, and then guess what? Fat face was done for the day. Done for the day! It's a tired old man right there. The old man had too much wine. Listen. I'm almost at 800 subscriptions, but I need viewership and viewing hours, folks. Help us out. We love you so much. Thank you, and God bless.